Hello everyone, it's TheCanadianWifier here with a game against Majin or Javier or Javi or however you know him. You probably don't know him, and that is just fine. Challenging him to a standard game. Looks very standard from his end. Talonflame is a giant threat. He seems to have some kind of Volt turn action going on with the Talonflame, Genesect, Rotom. I didn't actually bring a Talonflame to a standard game, but my team... this was back a while ago. As you can see, it was mid-January, so I was still trying to try out some new Pokebank stuff that I just got. As you can see, I have Choice Banded, Iron Fist Infernape, I got a Hasty Expert Belt Greninja. I have two Megas on this team, which is actually going to come into play. I have Mega Lucario and Mega Scizor. I have Special Aegislash, and I have just standard Rotom. He has a Rotom Genesect. That's kind of scary. He has a T-Tar. T-Tar is a fantastic Pokemon, and most standard teams really should carry a T-Tar. What's that thing called? Mandibuzz. It is a very bulky Pokemon. If you haven't used one yet this generation, I highly recommend breeding one or throwing one on your Showdown team or whatever. It does not disappoint. It's quite bulky. And he also has a Metagross. Not quite sure what the Metagross is going to do, whether it's going to be like a lead Metagross with Stealth Rock or what, because I haven't seen any this generation. But I'm going to lead Infernape because I know I can get off a U-turn on most of his team except maybe a Talonflame. And I also know that if he leads off with Genesect, Infernape actually can take on most of Genesect's moves. I'm going to go for the U-turn, and then I'm going to go right out into my Aegislash to take the Volt Switch, because I know he's either going to go for Hydro Pump or Volt Switch. He's not going to try to burn an Infernape, so I'm pretty safe to go out into this. He actually goes out into his Genesect and tries to hit me off with a Flamethrower. I honestly did not see what boost he got, but regardless, Aegislash is just too bulky in the defense form, and I'm going to be able to get off a hefty amount of damage with a Shadow Ball, because I am quiet nature. I didn't really want to go for King Shield because it would just be giving him a free turn to switch out or do something, and I know he's just going to go for either another Flamethrower or Double Out, and in both scenarios, going out into my Infernape is a really good play because I'm either going to get Switch Advantage or I'm just be able to take a hit and then get Switch Advantage, so that's what's going to happen. He's going to go into his Mandibuzz, not wanting to take a... or knowing that he can't really hit me. I'm assuming it's choiced in some way because he switched straight out and he continued to go for Flamethrower. So I'm going to go into my Greninja because it can scare out the Mandibuzz, and he's going to go out into his T-Tar. Unfortunately, I go for the Ice Beam. Wasn't really in a position to predict. I could have gone for the U-turn, but it's just as well that I can go for the U-turn this turn as well. And there's no real harm done. He does Mega into Mega T-Tar, which... I'm not a fan of Mega T-Tar. I don't know. I have one. I got traded a Jolly Larvitar, so I mean I might as well train it up. And I do possess a Mega T-Tar. I just don't think it's that good. Like, there are so many more viable Megas to be utilizing their Mega T-Tar. But regardless, I'm going to U-turn out into my Aegislash because I know I can take on most things. He's probably not going to go for a Crunch. And I'm just going to kill him off with an Iron Head because I carry Iron Head on my Aegislash because... Fairies are not fun to face when you're facing up against Togekiss, or, I don't know, just in general. It's a very... Steel has just gotten such a buff offensively that it's a really good move to carry on there for Stab. He brings a Talonflame, and I'm immediately not going to fuck around with that. I'm just going to go right into Rotom. That's the reason why you bring physically defensive Rotom to standard. It's because it completely shuts down Talonflame as long as you don't switch it in at +2. So he's going to go to the Metagross. I know, and this comes into play later with me being stupid. Always go for Hydro Pump on them, because if they roost, and they don't even have to roost, Volt Switch to a Talonflame only does about 70-80%. So to be ensured the kill, you have to go for Hydro Pump. So I'm going to go for Hydro Pump. I'm going to play it safe. He goes out in the Metagross. I can burn it, and then it's basically useless. I'm going to Volt Switch out. And now that it's burned, I know I can go... let me just retry that sentence. I can go out into my Scizor, take whatever move he wants to go for. He actually gets the attack boost on that Meteor Mash, but I know it's completely fine, because I'm just going to be able to Mega this turn, and go for the default, get rid of the Stealth Rocks, no matter what he wants to do. He, in fact, goes out into the Mandibuzz, which is fine, because it's not really going to be able to do much to me. What my plan here is I'm a little bit low. I might as well go for a Roost, and then I'm probably just going to U-turn out. He goes for a Foul Play on me. Because I do have max HP investment, I mean, it's still going to hurt because I'm not physically defensive, but it doesn't do that much. And my plan all along here was to U-turn out on this turn, and he happens to switch out on this turn, which just happens to give me switch advantage, which is absolutely fantastic. for me, as he ends up going out into Talonflame. Obviously it won't do anything, but I'm just going to go to my Rotom because Rotom counters Talonflame. There's no use messing around, because it'll also give me switch advantage, because I'm just going to be able to Volt Switch off on the Talonflame, knowing he won't want to switch in, or if he does stay in, he's not going to be able to hurt me at all. And I'm going to be able to Volt Switch off of it and go back out into my Aegislash, because honestly, I just wanted to get leftovers recovery on this turn on my Aegislash, because looking at the rest of my team, I mean, anything really could have came in there, but Talonflame or Aegislash benefits the most. Now this turn, I have been switching in Rotom on this Talonflame the entire game, and he knows this. So I was figuring he's probably going to go for an SD, or he's probably going to go for, I don't even know, he might have doubled. That was my thought process, you know. He knows Rotom is a hard counter and he can't do anything to it, so I'm going to go stay in and go for a Shadow Ball. No, he just goes for Flareless, and that just caught me way off guard. I'm like, I was mind blown for a few minutes. I was like, why did he stay in? I don't know whether that was a amazing prediction or just an over prediction on my part. Regardless, I'm going to force his Rotom to burn its Chesto, which is kind of important, and I'm just going to be able to Volt Switch out, back out into my Infernape, and then U-turn out on the Rotom, getting off a little bit more damage. Oh, excuse me. As I'm going to be able to go into my Scizor, again, knowing that he's not going to go for a Will-O-Wisp when I had a Infernape in on the field. Unfortunately, he crits me, and then outspeeds and burns me on the switch. To be fair, Scizor wasn't going to be that useful for the rest of the battle now that Stealth Rock was gone from my side of the field, and it was more of just a I need switch advantage on this turn, as opposed to I need Scizor to go out and do big damage on this turn. So I'm just going to let it get burned so I can get a U-turn off on the Rotom after it goes for a Volt Switch, and he goes out into his Genesect. Now this is where the two Megas on the same team kind of comes back to bite me. I go into Lucario and I'm like, alright, I can Mega with my Lucario, just, oh wait, I've already Mega'd this game, I'm stupid. So, back when I mentioned I can't build teams out of my PC box, point and proof right there. Normal Bullet Punch doesn't even kill off the Genesect from about 10%, so he kills me out with the Flamethrower. I'm able to go into Infernape, go for the Mach Punch. Now, I don't want to Mach Punch the Talonflame, because I know he's just going to outspeed me and go for Brave Bird anyway, and I still have this Rotom. And, I'm just going to go out into the Rotom because, like I said, Talonflame, I mean, this is basic shit. Basic OU shit here. Now, this is where I mess up. Like I said, you should always go for Hydro Pump. You have to go for Hydro Pump because the Volt Switch doesn't kill, but for some reason, I'm like, he's going to SD, and I'm going to miss Hydro, and I'm going to end up losing, even though it played so well, and I didn't want to risk it, so I Volt Switch. That's so stupid. So I'm going to have to go out in Infernape, and basically I had him in a checkmate position there. I clicked Close Combat, so if he roosted, he would have got hit with a Choice Band Close Combat, and if he Brave Birded, he would have died. And he chooses to take on my Infernape, which is obviously the better play. We both go with the Rotoms on this turn. He's going to rest up because he needs to be healthy, and I'm just going to Volt Switch out. Get off a little bit of damage. And now here's where I can go into my Greninja. The only two things left he has are the Rotom and the Mandibuzz. And I know Mandibuzz won't get... if I go for Dark Pulse and then I have to Ice Beam the Mandibuzz... Basically, if he switched out to Mandibuzz that turn, I was covering my bases going for Ice Beam because 2 Ice Beams would kill the Mandibuzz, but a Dark Pulse and an Ice Beam wouldn't kill the Mandibuzz. And I knew he had a guaranteed turn of sleep anyway. Basically, I lost nothing there by going for the Ice Beam first, just in case he wanted to go out to Mandibuzz. I was covering my bases. He decided to stay in, so Ice Beam, then Dark Pulse, and then Dark Pulse on his guaranteed turns of sleep kills him off. And then Greninja takes out the Mandibuzz in a few turns. So that's gonna be the game. It was actually a pretty good one, standard-wise. So thank you very much, Javi, for the game. Thank you all for watching. I have a ton more backed up. Like I said, I've been playing a lot because I have about 3.5 boxes now of stuff. So expect a lot of roulettes. That's how I've been trying out new things. And I know I've mentioned it before, but expect a stream sometime soon. Like really, for real this time. I'm going to stream. So anyway, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for listening. Hope you enjoyed. Take it easy. Have a good day. See you later. Peace.